Good evening, everybody. Welcome to tonight's stream. And Chris, thank you again for the resub, dude. That's amazing. Thank you so much. How's everybody doing tonight? That's fucking amazing. I'm sorry. I just thank you, man. Thank you. I do appreciate it. Sorry, I'm still doing a couple things before we start. I have not seen you streaming. Everybody in chat, do make sure you give kid give him a follow. He is going to be starting a whiskey stream. The guy is really knowledgeable, really nice guy, puts on a good show. Give him a follow and help him get him growing so that he can get affiliate status sometime soon. That's right, it's at Oak and Smoke. Alright. Almost ready, everybody. Okay. Yes, Noisy Lobster. Oak and Smoke puts on he's going to be doing a weekly kind of whiskey, a hard alcohol based stream. Definitely worth going and giving a follow to. It's Oak and Smoke. He is a good friend of mine and knows his shit. It'll be really entertaining. Yeah. But Vlad and I still can't see anything on Discord. Yeah, man, for some reason it still says we do not have history. I know that the menu music is nice. Alright, let's get back into this. So we had just... What do we have? We had our first rights after getting everything unlocked. Hold on, my wife is asking questions and trying to understand games. What?
Is that a unicorn?
It's a dead unicorn, yes.
What?
It was a titan. It was killed.
You're not supposed to kill unicorns.
Well, they killed that unicorn.
No. What is wrong with this?
Everybody says hello.
You ask them. It's wrong to kill unicorns. There's movies based on that.
I hope you all can hear her saying that.
Jesus.
Your homework this week is Instagram? Dude, I don't fucking know Instagram. It took me forever to figure out Twitter. Legend taught me that killing unicorns was bad.
Thank you.
We told them it was wrong, but they did it anyways. And Tim Curry was the devil, so it's gotta be true. What? see. Volfred's planner maintains... Oh, that's right, we got this thing. So this shows where we are in the records. We're 8-1. I still don't know who we lost to. Does not say who we lost to. Penta Hybrid, thank you for the host, buddy. Are you referring to Rocky Horror or the actual Pyre Skipball? Okay. Do you have to read over my shoulder? She's never been awake for any of my streams, so this is completely new to her. It has been years since I've seen that movie, Penta, so it very easily could have gone over my head. He lost to the weird bird ladies. Oh, that's right, I did. I don't know about you, but that unicorn looks like it wants to murder everyone. Look at the fucking size of it. It does not look friendly.
It's pink and it's got a star on its head.
No, the thing looks fucking ominous.
Well, I mean, it's got a hole in it, so maybe it's mad.
Stop the stream and watch Legend with Mrs. Vlad. Hey, Daniel, how you doing, buddy? A Star of Death and... Okay. Book of Rights. The Withdrawn. The Withdrawn did not spawn forth from the wild witch Milith, in whose vigilant pursuit of the unknown and the unknowable I always felt a certain kinship. Whether the Withdrawn were Milith's kin by blood or merely worshippers, we trusted one another not to ask or care. What mattered was that Milith chose the most audacious minds who stopped at nothing short of the impossible. Though ever distant, the Withdrawn revealed to us such truths about...
Oh my God! Look how cute it is!
Hey, Rusted. Such truths about the land which lay long hidden even to one such as I. Their knowledge ever waking in the newfound depths of consciousness, they lead us to all better know ourselves. That's the only page. Okay. You find Tizo there in the black wagon looking rather more despondent than usual. When you attempt to reach out to him, he barely acknowledges you. He indicates that he wishes to be left alone right now. You almost run into Faye as you turn to leave. Oh, I'm sorry, mister. I was just wanting to come check on little Tizo there. I think maybe he's taken ill or something. On further inspection, it occurs to you that Faye perhaps is not off the mark and that Tizo is unwell for some reason. Come on, Tizo. You're going to be all right. You may be the smallest one of us, but I think you're the toughest. Tough, Mr. Dariel. I think she's very tough as well. Though, Mr. Yeah. Tizo appreciates the kind words, but still wishes to be left alone. Oh, don't be silly, Tizo. You know I won't be doing that, don't you? Faye turns to you for a moment, lowering her voice. Mister, I think Tizo would like a little bit of privacy, if you don't mind. Though I don't mean to be rude. It's just Tizo, well, I told him not to eat something. There was this, well, I think it was a mushroom maybe growing in the corner over there. So I see Tizo sniffing at it, and he's always hungry, and usually I try to feed him, but this time I told him no. Because I know my mushrooms, and whatever that was, I think it was a mushroom, but it wasn't one I know. Well, Tizo ate it anyway. He corroborates Faye's recollection of what happened. Oh, shit. What did you clip?
What? I didn't...
Not you. Shooting the breeze at work, rest of the noise, Pentas. So, anyways, I think that he's going to be, maybe, well, coughed up, I guess. Maybe any moment now, because when I ate things I thought there were mushrooms around here, I coughed them up as well. Oh, really? They made me rather sick, kind of like Tizo over there. I hope that I'm not being inappropriate, but because it's not polite, maybe. Oh, come to think of it, Tizo, why don't we go outside? Because then I won't have to clean up after you like the last time when you ate something I said maybe you shouldn't, remember? He indicates he remembers full well and regrets not heeding Faye's food-related counsel. Are you having a hard time with this?
Is this game just about, like, eating
No,
stuff
not...
that's bad?
No. It's just interactions so you can get to know the characters. That's all this is.
Is it food poisoning?
The little dude's got food poisoning, yes.
Where's the unicorn?
The unicorn is dead. Get over it. She wants to. She's the one that wants to play Outlast. That'll be interesting. That'll be interesting. Oh,
Did you have another wife?
No, I don't have another wife.
This is... Yikes.
Quote, the unicorn is dead, get over it. I said you put a lot of things into perspective.
Thank you.
Oh, don't worry, silly. If you've taken all that, I think you're going to be fine once you have a little walk outside with me, because you're very tough. Tizo is beginning to look better already. You're my best friend, Tizo. I won't let anything bad happen to you. Or at least, I'll try, okay? I don't think anyone could stop you from eating things, though. She's crazy, too. She's just absolutely crazy, so... Then she snatches Tizo up in her arms and whisks him out the wagon. You hear her call back to you over her shoulder. Bye, mister. I'll make sure that Tizo is all right. I promise, okay? Although the prospect of Faye administering medical assistance normally would give you pause, Tizo seems to accompany her willingly enough. The two have shared rather a close bond since Faye first made contact with the group. For someone like her, who has lived alone for so long, the friendship must be vital. And as for Tizo, he may be impressed that a non-native of the downside seems to know her way around food safety even better than he. Okay. So I think we have another right we gotta go do. Mrs. Flad, do you have another...
So if you do, I want to meet that bitch.
There's another quote for you, Rusted. Oh shit, what did I run? Why do I keep running into these guys? How dare you, Nightwing scum. You blasted fools, you cannot intimidate the accusers. We shall face you soon enough in a forthcoming right, but first, we have another pack of fools with whom we must vanquish shortly. Until then, stay out of our way. Rusty dishing out those quotes left and right. Yes, he is. To be fair, this is a rather perplexing game. It is. She said if I do have another wife, she wants to meet that bitch. Something about the strange island you see below draws your attention. Best to avert your gaze from the Isle of Kalimer? Even the scribes themselves thought to avoid the place. Let us fly on. Wait, no, I want to go down there now. Can I land over here? Nope. Okay, so we need to find a place to land. There does not appear to be one. If you have another wife, I want to meet that bit. Okay, so what they're doing is they're adding quotes. So then if they do that, it'll pull up a random quote. And so now it has it saved there. So
it was sloppy, but it worked. What?
I was playing Darksiders, and that was in November of last year.
Yikes, Yuri. That's what she said. Shit.
The best part about the quotes is they're all out of context, and
That's
they're
so bad. I'm gonna use that one on you later.
Oh, yeah, there was that one we fools we have to quit.
Yikes.
Oh, this is proving to be just an embarrassing stream. She's never awake during any of my streams.
Ew. Yuri.
Totally out of context.
Oh. Oh my god.
Oh, this is too fun, huh? It's just gonna be a list of quotes from her now. Alright. The Hulk of Oars. It has drifted here upon the sea for longer than one might expect. Perhaps you've already read that the doomed ship's demise in the embrace of the unfathomed plurns. Some say it was the sea itself which prevents the ship's remains. Hidden properties within the water, sea creatures binding together ruined planks of wood. Though such as yourselves and the fate know other truth. The stars would not align over the wreckage if it did not have greater significance than first appears. May you have good fortune there during the coming rite. Is this I can't even remember where I'm supposed to go for the right. Is there a way to figure that out?
What kind of games are you playing?
We need to go deeper? You're in a submarine, and it's a co-op game, and the whole point of the game is to just keep going deeper. I don't know how else to explain this. It makes complete fucking sense to me.
Is that fun? Like, I don't...
God damn it, Nightfall, do you just know all of the quote numbers that you're just pulling up the worst ones?
Can I get a list? I'm gonna put these...
They're all in here on my bots.
I'm gonna put those in cards to your mother.
I hope you're all enjoying this. Nightfall's got a list. Of course you do. Alright. There's no map. I can't remember what fucking right I'm supposed to go to. Can I land here? No. We should do this more often. Alright, I really can't seem to find a place to land. This is driving me crazy. What was the name of that chicken? Which chicken? Daniel, I'm confused now. Which chicken? Oh, Clarissa. Good old Goblin Quest. Yes, that's what it was. Yeah, you think she's perplexed now. She gives me all kinds of hell for playing D&D.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god! Look how cute it is!
Is that you?
Yes, it's me.
What?
He clipped me, so a clip, they can make like a 1 minute clip of anything they see. And yeah, he asked, there was a game I was playing and I kind of freaked out, and he was like, oh, I'm so using that as a sub sound. I'm off to bed. I'll stay in the background. Night, Chris, thank you so much for coming on by.
That purple shirt?
Hmm? What? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. You soar near the border of the sandfolds where your companions first found you in the downside long ago. There's nothing for you there, and you wish to never see it again. Well, tough shit. I just need to land to figure out where the hell I need to go. Maybe it's the compass? Should I follow the compass? Okay, so it is here. There's Sir Gilman. Let's go here. You touch down at the Sea of Solace, where you first encountered Sir Gilman and the Pyre Hearts. You soon shall carry on by sea, though for now, you have some time to spare. Oh, we got a new crystal. I can sense you out there somewhere. What is it you want? Prescribed trial. Oh, that can be arranged. You need but name for me the one you have in mind. Oh, it's for Hedwyn. Alright. You asked Sandra to administer one of our special trials for Hedwyn. Oh, you must mean that nomad boy. So innocent, that one. I should have a lot of work to do with him. Then let us bring him forth. Mrs. Vlad, does the game at least look pretty to you?
It's pretty, but I can't figure out why this chick's name is Sandra and the last name was like, what, Tizo or whatever?
Well, Tizo, to be fair, is an imp.
That's fine. Where'd Sandra come from? Doesn't it have a theme? In Hedwyn, again, what's up with this?
I don't know what to tell you. I have no video games. That's the reason. I don't want to work today. I'm gonna put my dick in a server.
I
So Daniel's, I play D&D. He's from Australia. He's the one that you asked if Santa Claus wears shorts in Australia. Yes, my wife asked that.
It's a question.
Soon Edwin appears at heat of the summons. Hey, my friend, what's going on? To be fair, people on Earth have very weird names all across the world. Yeah, touche.
I'm calling BS.
Alright, see how hard this is gonna be. The apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, boy, you answer to me here. Understood. You are a fool, do not talk back to me. Your reliance on your friends is such a burden upon them. Let us see what you can do without their aid. Save for that of your lovely reader there. Oh shit, nope. Gotta be kidding me.
Sandra kill you.
Yes. Oh god. There we go. Horikoshi? Does sound like a video game name. Oh, fuck that. Oh, come on. Okay. Fuck. Okay. Santa Claus wears shorts in Australia. Alina called me a fucking nerd because I was annoyed I missed out on game day. What a loving partner. So you need to make your character this week because it took us like 2 hours to do character creation. We did it. It seems you did indeed, boy. Your performance was sufficient and you passed my test. Thus congratulations are in order to you and your lovely reader. Now farewell.
Trophy earned. Sandra's favorite. I can't.
You're the one that married me.
For whatever reason. Married you for your lovely reader.
Good to be back after all that. Say, what's that you have there? The Goals Bracer. Hidwin power casts his aura with greater ease and gains his infinite stamina on hit. Shit, that's nice. Any tips to streamline the process? It's... Brian, he hasn't fully formatted it in Roll20 yet, so have the PDF there, because like if you got to do powers and stuff, that was far easier with the PDF. Why is an achievement confusing? So my wife doesn't play video games at all, so it's very easy why she would be confused by those. We are playtesting a game called Capers. It's like a mob boss kind of thing. Our game master is been able to be picked for it, and it's pretty fun. It's kind of like the TV show Powers. What is it? I think PlayStation tried doing. Was that it? Yeah, the Goals Bracer. That's what I mean. You have your normal dudes, normal mob guys, and then you have other mob bosses that like have special powers. It's pretty fun. To drag up the most inconvenient quotes. God damn it, Jar Jar's after us.
I must save these.
You don't have to save them. They're on here.
I don't know how to get to that thing.
It's probably for the best. Beyond a shallow sea of souls, beyond a shallow, sticky gulf, our voyage grew increasingly forbidding and much harder to explain. How could a sea exist here at the bottom of the world? We could not deduce whence sprang the carcasses of ancient sailing ships we found throughout the Sea of Solace, though the warnings that they signified we duly noted. It was here we first met Oars, called the Under King, who brazenly assaulted our small skiff, for we had trespassed in his waters. But then the Under King relented, for he witnessed solely a mirror and in all his doom and glory. Soon he would side with us. Then with the Under King we sailed forth into a tempest beyond reasoning or measure. Nightfall, I'll send you my list, Mrs. Vlad.
Send homie some cookies or something. Oh my gosh. You're... What?
Says I'm trying to grind here.
Ew!
I don't even know how to explain video game grinding at the moment.
I don't know what I want to hear about.
Together with Sir Gilman, you venture forth into the boundless waters of the fathomless trench to ensure the path is clear and check for anything of value. Slithering upon this land can be most difficult, yet this knight relishes this challenge. You sense Sir Gilman's spirits lightened to some extent. The survey is brief and uneventful, leaving you with time enough to pursue your vocations on your return. Just one hope. Alright. Let's do study in private. Just sound gross out loud. That one was... honestly, and all I was talking about, I was just trying to find... I was playing an RPG. I was level grinding. So you have the slime and you kill it over and over and over so that you can kill the dragon. Perfect. That's grinding. That's the best way to explain it.
Oh.
You locate a secluded area nearby where you should be able to study the Book of Rites, so that greater understanding comes through the reader's influence. What's quickness do? Actually, we'll do presence. Bump that to max. The texture of the pages of the book, the foreign bindings, despite the volume's age, it shows so little sign of wear. At times, the power emanating from it almost overwhelms you. Inspiration comes to you in a flash, whether from the book or from within, you cannot tell. Tenacity. All Nightwings gain +2 presence. Sweet. Yes, because Mrs. Vlad knows what an RPG is.
Role-playing game, motherfucker.
She knows. She knows that. Holy shit. Sharp-eyed Kitsune. Wow. Thank you for coming in with the huge host. How are you doing tonight, man? How was the rest of your stream? Damn. 19 viewer host. Thank you, buddy. That's right, Hedwin wanted to talk. You find Hedwin rather lost in thought about something. He looks over as you approach. Oh, hey, my friend. All right, so what's it going to be? He points in the direction of his cooking tin strewn over in the corner of the wagon. One of life's small comforts around here is we get to eat. Not a day goes by that I'm not grateful for it, but there's only so much to choose from. Whether here in the Sea of Solace or anywhere around, I guess. Anyway, I was just having trouble trying to decide what to cook. Just had fire caps again last night, and those never seem to sit that well with everyone anyway. There's no more glopgill, not that anyone but Tizo ever liked that stuff. And I feel like we've been having gutter crabs every day for months, so I'm not excited about that. Okay. No, Buffalo, you did not offend anyone. Do not worry. My wife's aggressive like that.
I'm a shit talk master.
Just wrapped up my chill stream. Fucking turned my depression around. Good to hear, buddy. I'm glad. Plenty of new faces. That is good. Well, my wife is decided to stave off sleeping, and she's right next to me as I play this game. So,
I like Larry because he's weak.
and then I died.
Yikes.
Oh, man. Yeah. Oh God. Binding of Isaac might be too much. If you can't handle this, I don't know if you can handle Binding of Isaac.
Afterbirth? What?
Oh yeah. Binding of Isaac's it's different.
It's...
I love that you can't even say that. Oh my God, play Isaac, please do it. Oh no, she knows nothing about Binding of Isaac. I don't know how well that would go over. This is where you come in and no consulting books or stars or anything, just you and me here and now. What am I making? You decide, because I can't. I know there's a lot of serious stuff to think about these days, but so help me, no one's struggling to regain their freedom on an empty stomach. Let's go crabs. We will eat crab tonight.
Gutter crabs?
Please, forget Outlast. I want to see her play Isaac. Oh, God. Do we tell her about the scarred room? That she would find it as she goes along, and now she knows. She's sitting right here.
What?
Okay, so...
Is this like about some terrible C-section?
No, it's about some terrible mother trying to kill her baby.
I don't.
Like, okay, I'm just gonna open up... I'll find, like, a Binding of Isaac... trailer. Maybe that'll... I really have no idea if that's gonna do anything. Yeah, go ahead, watch that.
What do I sell? I sell glorious
God,
pendulum.
that's freaking loud. Penta should make a video to explain the story of the game. He should. You ask if Hedwyn would not mind preparing gutter crabs again. He is crestfallen well before you can finish the thought. I didn't know you had it in you, my friend. That could be so cruel to yourself and your friends. But so be it. We're having gutter crabs again, and may the scribes themselves be damned. Now lend me a hand here with the stuff, would you? As you assist Hedwyn with preparing the gutter crabs, the two of you get to talking about the past. The reality of cooking and the downside has a way of making him nostalgic. Life on the blood border wasn't that much easier than trying to get down by here. The high-wing remnants could swoop in at any time. They were so good at picking the worst possible occasions for us. The time they showed up and I was nowhere to be found, I must have told you about that. On the contrary, he has seldom revealed much about his past to you. Well, either way, I don't think I've told you much about Fikani? Birchmiller, thank you for the host. Someone with whom Hedwyn cares deeply. They were separated with the Commonwealth. Oh yeah, that was his, like, girlfriend.
Isaac's soul is still corrupt. He needs to be cut off from all that is evil in this world and confess his sins. I will follow your instructions, Lord. I have faith in thee.
Yes, she's watching the intro.
She locked Isaac in his room, away from the evils of the world. One last time, Isaac's mom heard the voice of God calling to her. You've done as I
The look on her face right now.
I ask one more thing of you. Yes, no, anything. Isaac's mother begged.
I was writing to relay an order when she caught me out in the open. She could have had me, but we just stood there, you know. I've never seen anything like her. In her voice, she says to me, you ought to be more careful with your life. And I just say, I'm not the type to say such things, but it was all I could think of looking at her, so I just tell her, it is worth the risk. Anyway, she spared my life, of course, and then when we saw riders heading toward us, I looked at her, and she took hold of me, and we just took off. Yeah, she's absolutely speechless right now.
We're parents!
So don't kill her son.
What the hell?
I didn't want to leave her, and I didn't for a while. Trails off for a while. Soon after I came back, I went off to search for her again. This time, though, the risk I took, a lot of people paid for it. The harps attacked when no one was there to raise the alarm. Best stream ever. I hope you guys are enjoying this tonight.
Oh, wow.
Has it gone into gameplay, or was that just the intro? That was just the intro.
That's a lot of judgment
What's
coming
a
your
super
way,
easy
buddy.
way?
So to be fair, the creator of Binding of Isaac did base a lot of it off of, not like his mother tried to kill him, but like off of the craziness of growing up in the staunchly religious childhood with that overly zealous kind of. Yeah.
Does that speak to you on a certain level?
It kind of does, because
Because you came from crazy.
we need an essay report from Mrs. Vlad on what Isaac is.
I have a lot of thoughts right now.
She didn't even see the gameplay.
Yikes.
That was purely the intro. Let me find gameplay. Something that's not stupid long. Everything's like hours. I just need Mrs. Vlad, guess what? Isaac fights with his tears. Yes, he does. Here, I'm just gonna play Pentahybrid playing it.
Oh. Who thinks of this stuff? Oh my god.
And for those that did watch the video, oh, you're welcome. Yeah.
Okay, so this is Pentahybrid.
Why would you do such a thing, you bastard? Get out of here.
Maven of Misfortune, thank you for the host. So it's that. Let's see if we can find a little better one. He's on a... Yeah, okay. So you can play as Lazarus, you can play as Cain, Eve, Isaac.
Okay, I wasn't raised in a scary cult-like church, so I don't know who those people are.
You were at least raised Lutheran. You should know who Lazarus is. You should know who Eve is of Adam and Eve.
Yeah, but Lazarus I must have missed that day.
Either way, it's all very steeped in staunchly religious symbolism.
Wow.
Nightfall quote it, please. Alright, back to the game. I know, right? A few days later, Hedwin the Deserter was sentenced to exile. And now he's about to cook some gutter crabs. Thanks for your help, my friend. I can take it from here. See you shortly. He heads out in the afternoon. You sense he feels more at ease after having spoken with you. Plus 2 hope for the next right. Chat is off the rails. There's no saving it. It has been a very interesting game.
That is a badass username.
Noisy Lobster? Or Buffalo Box?
Noisy Lobster. Makes me think about things.
What, about how the lobsters scream when you cook them?
What?
Please tell me you knew that.
No!
Well, you gotta drop them in boiling water, they scream.
I figured they just went quietly.
I don't think the game's gonna get finished tonight, guys. Mrs. Vlad is the best. She is. That's why I married her. What is this,
fucking
dude?
men.
A messenger imp with news and rumors from the other side comes huffing towards your wagon, here in the boundless waters of the Sea of Solace. You let it in and offer some light
Oh, thank
refreshment
God. I
as
was actually
Ruki...
concerned about that.
Hey, it's Ruki. He's back. The imp's message turns out to be about him. You learn Ruki's past transgressions have all been forgiven since his return to the Commonwealth. He has been offered a well-appointed home and a place of business. It must have represented just the kind of lavish lifestyle that Ruki always claimed to have had for himself and his extended family. Eventually, and somewhat reluctantly, however, he refused the gifts. Instead, he tracked down Balford's agents and gave them ample information, thus emboldening their ranks. The last bit of the message sounds as though it was transcribed word for word from something Ruki said. It simply reads, "The rest of you better get back here, or else." He's totally pulling your leg. They don't scream. They do scream. Yes, they do scream. You didn't know that? They scream, man. I thought they boiled quietly.
I mean,
it's not screaming, it's the air escaping, but it sounds like screaming. Yeah, it sounds like screaming. The last bit of the message whoops, we read that part. You thank the messenger in for the report soon as it has all of your companions talking. Ah, the noble Ruki. He set a shining example unto us all. Hard to believe he would have turned down living in that kind of luxury, though maybe he got used to it out there. Don't you think... What are you doing?
I was watching videos of lobsters screaming, obviously.
Don't you think he must be sad to have turned down a house? I hope he isn't sad. Alright, what is Tiza was happy to learn that Rookie has joined the revolution in the Commonwealth. The days aren't quite so bright without him, though it sounds like he's doing well out there. It seems like Green Tip... It's really loud.
I'm sorry, I wanted to make sure I could hear them scream.
It sounds like death incarnate. Once upon a time, my username was wholesome. No more. These are dark days indeed. Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you knew. I thought that's why you said noisy lobster. It seems like Greentail had himself a conscience after all. The news of Rookie's liberation fills you and your fellow exiles with newfound resolve. I'll be happy. I'm quite happy too, because I thought he was going to fuck us over. The messenger imp accepts some scraps to eat and rushes off. Yeah. Hey guys, I was thinking maybe I should have a scale or something here sometime. But then again, my prices are as low as they can go, so I don't think I can. I just can't do it, guys. He's a goblin. I gotta sound like a goblin. I can't help it.
How do you know what a goblin sounds like?
That's what I imagine. I mean, look at him. He's kind of cheeky. It's kind of what I think a goblin would sound like. He's holding a giant slug. Not at the moment. For dousing the adversary's pyre, the bearer earns a reward. Why not? I don't have the money, that's why not. Let's sell these. Don't need them. It's Rookie's. I don't want to get rid of his yet. You're never gonna look at lobster the same, are you?
I can't find one of them screaming. It's pretty much just people screaming when they throw them in. Is that it?
No, they scream. Like, they don't... It's not screaming, it's air coming out, but...
Okay, well, the people of YouTube say differently. Look, this guy gave a lobster a pen.
For 30 subs, have her play Isaac. Yeah, we could do that. She's the one that wants to do Outlast at 10.
I don't think it's as scary as you think it is.
Oh god, that game's fucking terrifying. And if that doesn't scare her, I'll have her play Amnesia. You guys have a good day out there. I warned you.
Wait, can she read chat? Yes.
Yeah, they're talking about the rest of the game.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Layers of Fear. I've not played Layers of Fear. I own it. I know nothing about it, though. I wish to be remembered not for the boastfulness. Thus I refrain from detailing our exploits across the land, save to say that they were numerous. Know that only through our combined strength of arms and wit did we withstand the savage land. Such were the monstrous dangers that it posed. I came to see that all the terrors which I had heard at bedside in my youth were based entirely in fact. So great they were, they blotted the sky out. Such was the evil that we vanquished, that the remnants of it yet shine under the stars, and in the end it was the stars which guided us towards the truest calling. Biff McSkylark, thank you for the host, as well as Meow Mix Mix and Rusted Devil. Thank you guys. Dude, chat's been popping off. My wife has been... She got to learn a little bit about the Binding of Isaac. Everybody has been told that lobsters scream when you cook them. It's been an interesting time, Rusted. The Hulkivores. The Dazraban was the first of many river ships to vanish in the downside. Although presumptions of its loss were not inaccurate, the doomed ship and her valiant crew had charted half the Sea of Solace ere the end of their brave voyage. The Sea Titan Unfathomed Learns was not fond of the vessels sullying her sea, and split the doomed ship with a single swipe. The ship's own shattered prow would later end the Sea Titan's cruel reign, as the boastful Underking loves to recount. The stars themselves must have been moved by this. That point within the sea, now sacred, has the stars dancing in homage every now and then. There's so many morbid items she could get for her first item room. That game, I don't even think she's ready for the twistedness of Binding of Isaac. Alright, we got another rite to play, boys. You and the others are busying yourself for the commencement of the rites this evening when you notice Faye behaving strangely, more than usual. Maybe he is here. I mean, I think he has to be somewhere nearby. She notices you then. Oh, I'm sorry, mister. I think maybe my friend is here. And I was hoping to say hi to him before we have to do the ceremony with the star ball. Wait, that's him. That's him. My friend is here. He's here.
Is she holding a big-ass sword?
Uh-huh.
Yikes.
No, sorry. That's her mask. Not a sword.
What?
Just then, think of
sorry.
this game's kind of like rugby. So they wear helmets.
Well, I don't understand rugby either, so...
She could get Headless Baby for her first item. Yeah, that's true. Just then your adversaries, the Fate, arrive on the other side of the Hulk of Oars. They begin making necessary preparations. Faye rushes over to them before anyone can stop her, even as the stars above start shining through the darkness. Yeah, there's that too.
Look for
Wow.
of the night.
That game produced some rough
Wow.
strokes.
Summon you to the Hulk of Horus. Your adversaries in the rites this eve shall be the Fate. Extinguish now their pyre, and glory shall be yours. Now prepare yourselves.
Okay. Oh, hello again. Hello. Why, hello indeed, young one. We are the Fate, and once again we hail you and all the Nightwings. Thanks. I was wondering, may I speak to your son? Why, I do not see why not, but let me see here. Almer, where are you? Begging your pardon, young one, but my son, he's not always punctual, you see. Hold, I shall go fetch him. I remember those quotes. I think the reason as to why it's there. You are the reason why it's there, Rusted.
Is that a dog man?
Uh-huh.
They named him...
So they're called curs. They're dogs.
I would have named him Dogfight.
Pulling up all your quotes. Do you have another wife? It was sloppy, but it worked. I'm gonna use that on you later.
I hope my parents can see these.
Okay, I mean, my friend, I hope he remembers me. You? Wait, where is Father? Father! Oh, hello again. Your father, he went looking for you. Did you not see him? No, I did not see him. This had best not be some Nightwing trick, or else I'll... Ah, there you are, Almer. Our cordial adversary wishes to salute you, I believe. Oh, that's right. I mean, here, this is my salute. I'm saluting you. It's nice to see you, and may the scribes watch over you, okay? I want them to watch over us all, but maybe just this time, or not just this time, but this time and other times maybe they can watch over all of us, okay? She's crazy. Two of them stand and watch as Faye skips to rejoin your group. An unusual sort, that one. She is. She's about your age. Father.
Who shall conduct the rites?
So... Sir Gilman?
Sir Gilman.
Kamatha.
Kamatha.
And... Actually, we will go with Edwin.
Edwin. The choice is cast.
A family. At least they're here together. Steel yourself, Ulmer. Are you prepared to face our adversaries once again? Always, Father. Let us prevail here and now. Let us do so indeed, my son. There's three of them. It never talks about who the third person is.
Commence. The path to glory laid bare.
Oh, Monstro.
Yeah, he's one of the first bosses in Binding of Isaac.
Oh. That was a lot more tame than I expected.
It's a giant baby with a cleft palate.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
touchy.
Unacceptable. The Nightwings seem to be falling behind.
Fucking hell.
Poor Hedwig. Abathar has doused the flame. The Nightwing shall prevail at this rate. Sir Gilman plunges
Really?
into the
They did
fire.
nothing to stop me on that. Impressively conducted to this point, O Nightwings. Yet while our pyre burns, we shall still strive.
Goodbye, Hedwin. Your fellow
Shit.
exiles remain banished. Not much force
Y'all
of
just
will
clapping books
behind
at
that
each other?
thrust.
What?
You just clapping them both at him?
No, we're throwing... The other guys don't move unless I move. Like, I can only control one at a time. You have 3 people.
Now take it. Righteous fire. Twas almost.
Oh, shit.
That's it. Deliverance.
Yeah, Gilman is crazy fast.
The rite has nearly ended. And it is done. The Nightwings once again prevail.
I fear the day I have to give him up.
Surely have taken note. The rite is done.
Wait, I'm sorry, I just wanted to apologize, I think. Why, young one, you must not say such things. You are one of the Nightwings, the most envied of all triumvirates. We aspire to your greatness and your legacy. Father, please, no more of this. They have prevailed, and we need not grovel at their feet. Ulmer, is it Ulmer? I just had a question. Ask quickly and then go about your business. Oh, would you be my friend? What? I was wondering if you'd be my friend, because I don't have a lot of friends, and you are brave and gentle with your father, so... I shall see you in a little while, my son. The scribes, they were not friends? I think they brought us here to be closer together, not to be apart.
There is much to
So
learn
confusing.
from this experience.
Almost up to level 4. Sweet,
Sir
leveled up.
Gilman's not as foolish as his lowly kind was.
This night wonders at times why we are here, and which forces have transpired to bring us here. Has Under King Oris himself taken an interest in this noble quest? Alright, what do we have? Sir Gilman slash banish adversaries in a wider area of effect, or after using his slash, Sir Gilman instantly recovers all his stamina. Fuck, no brainer on that one.
Until the next round.
Good thing Lots channels mature. I don't think this is the first time you guys started gambling this whole night. I've been streaming for over an hour. What the hell? Having bested the fate in a solid performance, you find yourself back in the wagon, recovering from the night's ordeal with your companions. There we go. Everyone seems rather exhausted. You feel it yourself. The lone minstrel pulls you aside to discuss some of the particulars of the right's outcome. You find yourself having difficulty following. You feel weary from all the recent travels. Ah, but I digress, reader. It's no matter anyhow, though I was just about to step outside if you would care to join me. You follow him outside. Perhaps the night air shall do you some good, and everyone is likely wondering where the stars shall take you next. Stars yet shine for you, revealing various paths forward. I want to play the ones we lost against. Yeah. Here we go. What? I hate when you stare at me like that. What?
I thought you liked it. I thought it was loving.
So would I have another brush with Tamitha? Perhaps she'll spare me yet another moment of her time. She's here because of me, and I am here for her.
Tamitha and Tamitha?
Yeah, they're sisters.
Ooh. Okay.
Tamitha then tells you more of your next adversary, her own blood sister. Tamitha Thane, a harp of the Highwing remnants, raised from birth to excel in outwitting and outmaneuvering her enemies. She seems driven by her hatred for the Commonwealth. After retreating to the mountains centuries ago, the harps refused to join the Commonwealth, and those old tensions boiled over into raids, or skirmishes, or all-out war. Nice, Rusted. Flight tacticians such as Tamitha gave the Highwing remnants a swift and powerful military presence to this day, despite the harp's small numbers. She once hatched ambitious plans to overthrow the Commonwealth, breaching its defenses so her sisters could rain down untold destruction. On the darkest night of the year, she led a daring infiltration mission deep into her enemy's lands. It almost worked. However, she was betrayed by someone very close to her, someone branded a Commonwealth sympathizer, Tamitha. Tamitha was caught, clipped, and subsequently exiled as a prisoner of war, but being trapped within the downside only stoked her fury. I wound up here not too long afterward. Anyway, it's complicated. What happened between us? What I did for her own good, and that of all our sisters. Though I'm beginning to doubt that Tamitha will ever see it that way. We'll see, I suppose. But for now, I'd best try to catch the sleep. What sleep I'm able. Pleasant dreams, then. Bid a good night to Tamitha in turn. No time to make flight preparations. Though come morning, the Black Wagon will press onward. The Fate. The Fate united under many Mane and Alpha Chief. He is brash, but follows his traditions. He prizes faith, discipline, and honor, qualities he seems to lack at first. He formed the Fate under the precepts of olden bylaws of his four-legged ancestors. They believed in a certain natural order in the way of things. Many Mane wanted for the Fate to likewise show respect. Initially, he only chose from other curs. He, however, urged the Fate to replenish their numbers from any race or ethnic group thus willing. Thus shall they anticipate what is to come with open eyes and minds, and never frown upon what is stored for them. Harp. Am I missing a reference? Harpy's the actual word in this. Yeah, they're called harps. No, I lost because I was going against. It was like, wasn't it 1-on-1 with the harp? One of the harps. It was frustrating. Faye seems very happy about something and has been chanting softly to herself. On closer inspection, however, she seems to be engaged in conversation with the wagon wall. Of course she is. And so after the rite, he said to me, I think he said to me farewell. Can you believe it, little brother? He said that he left to go find Mr. Dalbert, who went on ahead. And so I think that maybe we're friends now. Do you think so too? We have a lot in common, don't we? Friends are supposed to have a lot in common, right? For instance, we're both fighting for those who we care about and for those who will help us when we need it. Is that not so? He is very lucky to have Mr. Dalbert, isn't he? She falls silent for a time, then... It cannot be that 8 scribes intended all of us to have to fight each other all the time. It just cannot be. So many whom we face, they don't like us very much, do they? Friend zone. Dude, she's talking to the fucking wall. I don't know how you friend zone a wall. Because if we prevail against them, it must mean they cannot go home, even if they really want to, so that's why they don't like us. Back home, when they told me to stop being me, I didn't like them either. You want to know what I think, little brother? I think the scribes put us together in all this so we can learn from one another and grow close together as friends. That is what I think, little brother. And I told them so, and maybe the next time I see Almer and Mr. Dalbert again, they will be happy to see me then. She bounces off, noticing you as she goes. Hi, mister. You sense some burden has been lifted from her, and her knowledge of the rites, however informal it may be, has crystallized into a deeper understanding. +1 hope permanently. Shit. Someone's got to be in this horribly depressing area. The hidden glade of Lu is nigh impossible to find on foot, though there it lies below us, protected even now by the enchantment of Lu's Glorian 100 Mines. It's the third of the 8 scribes of the Book of Rites, known as the Wise of the Philosopher. He is said to have fathomed every thought, and his wisdom flows through the river of his name. I understand the river named for him is rather famous in your commonwealth. The mouth of the river Sklorian opens wide not very far from here. It's there that Limless Azarek was defeated, turning the region lush and livable, at least for certain denizens, although of course not everyone believes this. So this is the root titan vanquished by the scribe Lu's Glorian. They're gambling.
I don't get it.
Something to do. They're gambling.
I thought video games were something to do.
Yeah, this is also something to do. Your adversaries, the Essence, must be working to find their way even now. Good fortune in your right against them, reader. Alright. Is that the only spot to land? Yep. Alright. We don't have addictions specified. Video games are in a way of gambling. They very are. Why, hello, my lovely reader. What might I do for you? New trial. Certainly, my reader, you need but indicate who is to be my subject for this round. Hamatha. You ask Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Hamatha. Oh, you mean that feisty harp? She may yet be taught some manners, I should think. I shall attempt to bring her down to size. Let us bring her forth. Soon Pamitha arrives and heeds its summons. You called for me, reader, darling. Ah, it's that crystal. Then let's hash it out. I'm ready. She has never... Okay, her gaming knowledge goes to Bejeweled and The Sims. Although she got sucked into Black and White and Black and White 2. Like, hardcore. Far more than I ever did. And I love those games. She also kicked absolute ass at Excite Truck on the Wii.
Oh, that was awesome.
Alright, the apparition Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, Harp, you answer to me here. Ooh, a bossy one. Sure, then go on and tell me more. Such a delightful student for a change. Come then, let's see what you can do. Left to your own devices, save for your reader's vigilance, of course. Let's show her what she wants to see then, reader. Of course. Dude, she's the one that wanted to play it.
It didn't look that bad when you did, Screamy.
And she's the one that came up with that being a sub goal. So that is all on her.
Come on, man.
You're gonna die, woman.
Please.
No! Come on, spawn. But Jewel is pretty damn terrifying.
It is when they put the little timer up. It stresses me out.
Oh yeah, wait until you got a fucking, like, mutated guy hunting you down, ripping open lockers that you're hiding in. It'll scare the shit out of you.
No.
Fuck, no. Stop! Damn! Just about to get there. Fuck, finally. There now. Is everybody happy? Well, happy as can be, my doubtless pretty heart. It's so good of you to ask. On top of that, your performance was sufficient and you passed my test. You have my congratulations, both to you and your lovely reader. Now be gone from here before I have any second thoughts. What?
You're like a genie.
Am I a genie?
I'm a genie.
No, I'm a reader. So in this game, literacy is illegal, and that's why you've been cast out into exile, is you can read, and only the people who can read can perform these rites, where the people do these games for you.
Okay.
There's no way, without having seen like the last 7 hours I've played of this game, there's no way you'd have any idea what's going on.
I don't even think I would if I watched the first 7.
I think she's only seen Jodariel in like just quick little passings. She's a demon. My, that Sandra sure could use a massage or something. So angry, isn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Really, Pamela? Say, what's that you have there, darling? While flying, Pamitha shall not be banished by dousing the adversary's pyre and deals 3 glory. Sweet. Actually, equip that now. So this is... she's a demon.
Oh, she's such a badass.
Yeah, when you stay in the downside too long, apparently that's what you become.
I'm gonna side braid my hair later.
Oh, what a... okay, if you want. Let's upgrade this. Half the time, we all thought Jodie was a guy. Yeah, there was a long period of time where it was like, oh, okay, that's a chick.
Yeah.
As you look about the leaves and branches stretching in every direction, the lone minstrel approaches and asks for a moment of your time. Reader, I believe I have located something of value. It was cast aside near to where we landed. Perhaps we can make use of it. He hands you the item that he found and encourages you to take the rest of the day to rest and pursue your vocations. Shave wood. It was sold at the slug market. Alright. Who to mentor? What is everybody's level? I cannot see her level. That drives me crazy. Nope.
Can you off her?
No. That'll actually bump her to level 3. Which she hasn't even leveled once. I think I'm gonna have to do that, because we're gonna get to a point where she's gonna have to be on the team. Me? Oh, of course, please tell me something I don't know, for there's lots of it. Faye gains a somewhat stronger grasp of how to better pass the celestial orb through strength of will and trust in one's triumvirate than through dexterity alone. She nods in understanding. Yeah, the minstrel kind of pisses me off too, though.
So that little fedora
Yeah.
jackass? Yeah, I don't even like the look of him.
The scribes, they whisper to me. They do, from time to time. I'm sure that's not all that whispers to you. Okay, so briefly charge up time before Faye jumps or sprints is virtually eliminated. The brief charge up time before Faye can cast her aura is greatly reduced. Let's do that. The orb is from the stars, I think. Or maybe even is one. Wait, I don't get... She doesn't level up again? It wasn't a fedora, Mrs. Vlad.
It was equally as terrible.
Sir Gilman is fuming in anger over something, so much so that you were hesitant to approach him, but you approach him anyway. Exiles is too light a sentence for this night. He notices you then and seizes up. He begins acting rather nonchalant, as though his outburst did not just transpire. Oh, greetings to you, noble master reader. What brings you to this night, this afternoon? Ask if everything's alright. You maintain a gentle tone with him and ask whether there is something he might wish to discuss. Sir Gilman perhaps could benefit from talking through his woes. He stands there for a time, silent and dejected, but then... Master Reader, this knight cannot escape the horrors of his past. It seems that you would hear them. Then you have this knight's apologies ahead of time for burdening you further with his troubles. Having said that, here then are the troubles you requested. You are, of course, familiar with the siege of the Spiral Sanctum. For this night, the memory of it is like a wound which will not close. This night stood here on the front lines whilst highway remnants descended upon us. So furious was their assault that our chain of command was ruptured instantly. We of the Sea Dominion, we require orders to perform our duty. Without such orders, why, we surely would have made a very easy target there that eve. One by one, then two by two, they picked us off, becoming bolder, some of them shrieking with laughter all the while. This night he saw his comrades cast aside like sea flies. How this knight survived, he does not know for certain, even now. Perhaps it was that he attempted to detain his own knight commander, whom you met when you first met this knight. That cursed seed sired the Sir Deluge. If not for his craven cowardice, the Spiral Sanctum might have held at least a while longer. But instead we were routed, rendered spineless both in form and deed. Sir Deluge was first to turn and flee as our chain of command crumbled. But what a post to the clip. It's Mrs. Vlad calling the minstrel a jackass. I thought it was funny. Gilman's backstory. Yes. Gilman's my favorite. How to get cheap subs, Mrs. Vlad plays knights. And as for this knight, he failed to catch his knight commander. He must have looked a coward too. Thus came the time for penance, and this night, why, he insisted on the only course of action reasonable. He insisted on the sentence to the downside. And, as you can plainly see, his wish was then fulfilled. How absurd that he should re-encounter his old knight commander here soon after. Thus did this knight become obliged once more to Sir Deluge. We took to the waters of the Sea of Solace, where soon we met Pyre, a triumvirate exclusive to our kind. It was plain to see that they lacked wherewithal, and Sir Deluge they thought he could provide it. The leadership they sought, and his was too much of a coward to decline. As for this knight, being the Sea Dominion, he had little choice but to comply, or so at first he thought. Then this night, when he encountered you in the Nightwing, something awakened within him. With so little honor left to lose and so much left to gain, it became eminently clear that this knight stood a better chance within your ranks than those of Sir Deluge. And there is little left to say. This knight cannot escape his past, and yet he chooses to believe that he will be spared that day, not merely by coincidence. Perhaps under King Ors yet has plans and stores in which this knight may play a part. This night he clings, however vainly, to that hope. He slithers away, his head bowed low. It seems best to leave him for now. You sense he feels relief at having shared all this. Continue our journey. Alright. So we got another rite to do. En route to the glade of Lu, the wagon comes to a sudden halt. That does it. I'm leaving. The cause of Jadariel's outburst soon becomes apparent. Well, reader darling, at least some of us know how to take a joke, wouldn't you say? Look, she was reminiscing once again about her soldier days, and I just happened to point out, I may have suggested the fiery destruction of the Spiral Sanctum happened on her former unit's watch. I mean, didn't it? Not that this would have made much of a difference. She had been there herself. She thought ought to thank the saint that she was spared by her exile here. I thought she held no love for the Commonwealth. I shall never understand what it is your people ever saw in that dreadful place, but I guess I hit a sore spot. 99% sure Miss Vlad is lost, but enjoying it. She's still awake, so that says something. Phoenix Hero, thank you for the host, buddy. Yes, Daniel, this is... I would say this game is probably like 80%, 80 to 85% story. The last 15 to 20% is the actual, like, gameplay. I should probably apologize. She swoops off. There's no sign of either of them. You organize a small search. It proves fruitless, but then Tredariel returns alone. As if nothing happened, she's back to her calm self. Let us continue. I regret the interruption. Famitha soon comes back as well. Oh, don't worry, darling. I have definitely patched things up between us. Honest. At least, I think perhaps I didn't make things worse. She returns to her business in the wagon to make you ready to resume your travels, but make a note to follow up with them. Oh, Daniel, this... I know you need... Like, I would love to play more of the game, but I'm loving the story in the game. Oh, hey guys, look, I got something here I think which maybe you would like. He shows you several bottles of multicolored liquids of some sort of sun serum, star serum, and moon serum. What did these do? For the next rite grants 4 hope, 4 quickness, 4 presence. Yeah, they taste pretty good, I guess. And besides, they give you just a little lift you need. You know what I mean? You get thirsty for them, don't even worry. I can get more soon.
Do you practice that?
No, well, we played a game called Goblin Quest multiple weeks in a row, and...
You perfected it?
No, Brian said we had to talk like a turtle. Honestly, the best one was hearing Daniel try... Or not talk like a turtle. Talk like a goblin. What the fuck? The best one was listening to Daniel try to talk like a goblin. He's never done it again, and it was fucking amazing. Wolfenstein is an amazing game, Daniel. What's that Joe Dariel's calm face? She's got a really bad case of same face, man. Look on the bright side, Mrs. Vlad. The most revealing the character ever gets is Pamitha.
Can't get past the names.
I don't know if I really need any of the... I mean, I guess we could always go for... The hope is...
Is that a skull? What is that thing?
Where?
Up there with the red thing on it? Next to that.
That?
What?
The thorn knot?
What is... I don't get it.
It's a knot of thorns. He's holding a slug. And his name's Ron.
Why is he riding that thing?
I have no idea. He has never introduced who this guy is.
Do you think it's self-aware?
I don't know. I do not know. Pleasure was all mine and Dad's. He calls him Dad. I highly doubt that is his father. Highly doubt that.
I mean, I don't call random dudes dad.
Alright, the Freedom Pact. We rid the land of an impending doom, but faced another of its kind, for we knew that we were trapped. Yet for each danger which we faced, for every failed ambush by Ark, we met with gentle souls and kindred spirits of the downside who deserved more than to fade from memory within this land. It was then the stars themselves showed us the way, delineating a great voyage across the sea. Near broken we became, but then at last a moonlit vision, that of the rights, the rights. Thus they shall say to us, of us, the 8 scribes gave their freedom so that we may have yet ours.
What are you doing to my cat?
No, that wasn't Phoenix Hero. It was the noises he made. It sounded like he was strangling a cat, but he was just really excited.
Oh my.
Context. You need to remember, these are all taken out of context.
Well, we have a cat. His name is Phoenix. There's
Hey.
a lot of context right there.
Oh, I can see the confusion there now.
Yeah.
Hey, Veggie. You know what I could go for right now? Vegemite and cheese melts. Ugh.
We have Vegemite in the pantry.
It's all hers. I won't touch that shit.
I'll make you some toast.
No. Downside travels. You cannot survive the downside if you cannot get around. Howlers shall descend on you, or tempest shall shear you to pieces. That is just the way of it. Speaking of howlers, we've only ever seen them once in this game, but they talk about them incessantly. Traveling through the environs is no simple feat. Consider yourself blessed if you were born a cur. If not, however, you shall have to find a means to cross these lands without the benefit of 4 strong paws. Luce Glorian believes this untamed land can be traversed through the means unnatural. I thought at first that he meant sorcery, but he suggests invention. He speculates that carriages could cross this land by harnessing its fury, a wild thought. In my case, my paws shall suffice. Beautiful savory bastards. Ugh. No, she is Canadian. The devil's spread. Thank you, Buffalo.
No.
It's rare to find Americans who like vegetarian. Yeah, she's not American. She's Canadian. I'm American.
It's amazing.
It is disgusting.
It's so good.
So disgusting.
I put it in your food all the time, and you don't taste it. So
Nightfall. It is literally yeast paste.
it's so good.
The Glades of Lugh. Never have I witnessed an affront to nature, mine and everyone's, unlike the poisoned woods of limbless Arizek, the root titan, and his suffocating influence. I shall leave it to the boastful Underking to tell you more of Arizek's vanquishing, whilst I may tell you something of the glade that he protected, which became my own, for my own genealogy now occupies the soil there, and strives forevermore to prevent Arizek from taking root again. The brambles of the glade are constantly encroaching on themselves, then falling once again to dust. This miraculous cycle, reflected in the starlight piercing through the canopy, needs to be witnessed whenever the stars invite an audience. Yeast paste. That's what it is! You can put it on spaghetti bolognese. Don't give her ideas,
I've put it in your
Daniel.
pasta before, and you've never tasted it. So
I do not believe this. My dad's South African, loves this stuff. I tried it once, almost gagged. How dare you taint spaghetti with that? Thank you.
weak.
Alright, you find Pamitha in the midst of a heated conversation. All I'm saying is we're limiting not only our own choices individually, but all your friends' chances as well. Jadariel seems to be considering whatever it is that Pamitha's proposed. Reader, the harp here is suggesting that perhaps it would be best if we were to form an alliance with the ones who I fought for the better part of my life. Just with me, Jodariel. I cannot vouch for anybody else. Replacement beef stock? Vlad, for the sake of your diet and well-being, you should ban Daniel before he gives Mrs. Vlad any more ideas. I say this for your own good, my friend.
Oh, Dan and I are going to email later. He's going to give me all sorts of recipes. I'm going to clog your arteries.
Ugh.
Your sodium is going to go through the roof.
I'm okay with that. Like, that's fine. It just tastes like death.
I put it in your food constantly.
How utterly absurd. If we were in the Commonwealth, I would not have stayed my hand against her, and I can say for certain. However, as Hedwyn would say, what happened back there, perhaps none of that matters anymore, and what matters more is that we do from here. That is to say, I'm willing to give it a shot. You mean you would be willing to conduct the rites with me? Yes. Excellent. I knew that she would come around. Though she'd never come around. I thought she'd never come around, but I had to give her the benefit of the doubt here. I'm grateful for your open-mindedness. No need to let anonymities between our ancestors ruin the things between us, or the others in our little party, for that matter, after all. Gonna clog your arteries and your sodium will cause... Do not push it with me, Harp. We shall see if the reader here is thus inclined as to pair us in the coming rites. I'm willing to defer to him. Anyway, you see, I think I managed to make amends there. Doubtless we'll get on swimmingly in no time. Like, so am I supposed to have them do the rites?
I do.
She says she does, but she doesn't. I swear.
I do.
She forgot this shit was there till I mentioned it the other day. The afternoon is just beginning to give way to nightfall as soon as your companions finish making preparations for the coming rite. Through all the ceremony, you realize Pamitha is nowhere to be found. The last anybody saw of her was shortly after the Black Wagon came to rest here at the Glade of Blue. She returns just as you're beginning to plan a search for her. Sorry to have worried you there, reader. I'm just getting a little antsy is all. Had to go and spread my wings a bit and shake away the nerves.
Does it make you uncomfortable saying darling?
No, I just didn't see it, to be honest. She's holding something back. Don't you get in my head. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth. Damn it. Damn you, reader. Get out. Get out. Get out. Anyway, it looks as if the show's about to start. I shall be in the field with the others. As Pamitha departs, you see she is right as the stars above begin to shine. You know she's about to face her sister Tamitha once again. You accept that it is a very private matter between them. Flashbacks from my childhood, my dad would put that stuff on toast, like it was jam.
Dude, I'm craving some right now.
Whoa, something's different this time. Something else catches your notice in the sky, this time strange new stars shimmering about the ones you recognize. The greater titans have returned. Some of them, and merely in spirit, not in form, but those dark stars are portentous sign. Though they may light your way, beware the path which they illuminate, reader. Henceforth, you may invite the influence of the Titan stars. Omens in the night sky, each representing one of the downside's mythical monstrosities. Use the Titan stars for a greater challenge. Slain or rooted long ago, the greater Titans are an indelible part of the legend of the 8 scribes. Phoenix Growl, welcome! How you doing today? Yes, you are very late.
Behold, the Titan stars.
So what are these? Yislok, the Astral Born. So call upon the Titan stars to rank up faster. Oh, wait, so what's this? Your adversary shall be more cunning and much quicker to react. Oh, shit. Your adversaries shall each have +8 hope, making them return sooner after banishment. At the start of this rite, your pyre shall automatically suffer 30 fucking glory. Ooh. We'll go with Yislok. I think she's literally making toast right now.
The Titan stars.
Are you making toast?
Burning remnants of monstrosities.
She really is.
by the scribes themselves. Dare you to stand against them in their fury? Dark is the knowledge that you seek there, reader. Best focus on your adversaries, keen as they are to confront you once again.
I lost against these.
Put them first, and show them the glory of the Night Wings. Now then, make ready for the rite.
I lost against these, and for some reason I put a modifier that makes it harder. The winged exiles of the essence take position opposite of your own companions, and their leader soon asserts herself. Pamitha, come forth, no trickery this time. She appears disastrous, though remains silent as her blood sister studies her for a time. Tamitha then reaches for her mask. You look weary to me, sister. Oh? Just a little sleep, I guess. I do get rather anxious sometimes. On the night before one of these things, it can be a lot of pressure. Understandable. The two of them say nothing for a time. You cannot discern what they are thinking. The highway remnants all seem to be very mentally acute, trained as they are from birth. Soon enough, Pamitha cuts through the tension, her tone light as ever. So giving further through my proposal then. I have. And I think that now is not the time to talk. Besides, your comrades there, surely you give them pause. Even now they must be questioning your loyalty. What? But I... Oh, cut it with the stammering, Pamitha. It is very unbecoming, you know that. And you be sure to tell those comrades of yours what you propose to me. She dons her mask once more. As she rejoins the other exiles of the Essence, Pamitha hesitates before returning to your group. Noisy Lobster, nice! I was told she could take my place. Oh, I told her she could take my place. That I would keep her up to date about our progress, and that she could take my place if ever it was time for me to go. But you don't have to worry. For one thing, she refused, and for another, well, I'd better tell you later. For now, remember, you can count on me.
Who shall stand together here this night?
Okay, so I want to know. Should I put Jodariel and Pamitha in this one? It kind of seemed like she wanted both of them in here, so I'm trying to figure out if I should. Part of me kind of wants to. I was wondering what you guys think. How did you like it, Rusted? Yes, okay. Okay, yeah, I kind of felt like the game was prompting me there too, so that's what we shall do. And we will go with Sir Gillen, because he is fast as shit. Fair Pamitha Thane, by this knight's limited honor, he shall stand ever by your side, provided, of course, your side remains that of the Nightwings. Faceless wastrels of the Commonwealth, the pain and loss of your defeat this night shall reverberate not only to your hollow hearts, but to the homeland that abandoned you. God, that stuff smells horrible.
Do you want some?
No, I don't want any. No. Are you quite sure this to be the way then, sister? Get it out of my face.
I'm trying to read.
There's no compromise here, Pamitha. Not for traitors to my country or my blood. See, that's more better. Put peanut butter on it. Not... God, it smells horrible.
Take a bite.
No, I'm not having any. I'm not having any of that.
If you'd love me, you'd do it.
I guess my love's in question then.
Wow.
Get back up. I understand then. So be it. She put Vegemite on it. What?
The path to glory eludes us all at times. Now to flame.
Yeah, fuck me.
Such chaos. Fully vanished by the scribes.
There we go. What?
Is that our neighbor screaming?
And they yell at each other every night. You seem so distracted, Pamitha. Is there something more you wish to say to me? Would you feel that I am owed, perhaps? Pamitha stops at this and reaches for her mask. I'm sorry for what I did to you, sister. For what you did to me, your apology rings as hollow as your plumage. You might rehearse it further upon every last survivor of the highway remnants. Now, no more talk.
Such hatred spewing constantly from Tamitha. Yet here in exile, she is not but talk. A shameful outcome. With grace. The
Everybody's making toast now.
Neck and neck. Oh, so close.
Damn it.
Poor Joe Dario. Beneath contempt.
Oh, damn it. They're going to score. Oh, not unless they miss. Nope.
Glory to the scribes. The Nightwing's adversaries gained an edge. Feel this.
That toast crunch they can hear you eating.
Amazing.
It's because I got a good mic. It picks everything up. Fuck.
I thought they covered them. Headlong goes Sir Gilman into flame. The Nightwing's
I can't hear you when I have my headphones in. It's easier when you're on this side because I can hear you talking into the mic. No, I'm not gonna eat any of that nastiness.
This was a lot of fun.
Oh, we got them all.
Joe Dario plunged into their pile. Now go on, just once more. The orb has left your clutches.
Damn it. Damn it. Fuck. No. Shit, 5 seconds. Come on.
That ought to wake you up.
Bullshit.
There. Oh. Tamatha has plunged into the
I
pile.
don't know what the fuck was going on right there, but I just completely lost sight of what I was supposed to be doing.
There goes the harm. And
Did it.
It's done. The you-know-who prevails.
The you-know-who prevailed.
Scribe showed them a bit of favor in the end. The ceremony is complete.
You win, blood sister. You win. I don't suppose that means you'll reconsider. You know that I cannot. You were always obstinate, but that in regard of all others which count for anything, you were inferior to me. Remember that. What you offered is meaningless to me. I shall free myself without your help or that of anyone. Now then, farewell. Wait, what of your comrades the essence? You must need them at least. Mincing my words as ever, Pamitha, know that I do love you in a way. Is that what you want to hear? But my purpose is plain, and you state it in this way. You stand in its way. You are a fool to think my freedom is my goal. My freedom is a means towards an end like the likes. To end the likes of which you would never would abide. God damn, I can't read. Do you think that you could sway me from my purpose, Pamitha? Pamitha remained silent for some time. No. I think that you struggle to destroy the Commonwealth, no matter what it takes. No matter if, in doing so, you were destroyed instead. Just so. So then you understand me after all. Pamitha does not turn to watch her blood sister depart.
The rites do tend to teach something of trust.
What are you looking for? No, no, you were watching Lobster Scream. I don't know what you did with it. Do you find it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You texting my mom?
No, your mom's texting me. I don't know why. I didn't read it. Gonna go get toast now, but I won't taint it with Vegemite like someone.
Well,
Until the next run.
So how was that for you, Jody, darling? I suppose the outcome was acceptable. I'll take that as a compliment. And reader, thank you for your guidance as ever. Alright, I think we'll do one more right, and then we'll call it a night. Right? Back at the wagon, after prevailing over the essence in spite of almost having lost, you were about to join the others discussing the outcome when Valfred finds you. If I find some Vegemite being sold here, I'm gonna give it a try, just to be fair.
good.
See, I've tried it, and I hate it.
You've eaten it more times than you think.
Good work back there, my boy. Though I'm afraid I must pull you away from any revelry, for there is something you should see. Please join me outside. Look forth. The golden star reveals itself to us once more. Indeed, somewhere deep in the infinite dark, a single star shines brighter than the rest. Like, can we still do the others? No. We can't do any of the other rites. Okay, so we have to go... We're gonna lose another member. Fuck. The rites are calling you again to the fall of Solilium, where one among you may go free should you prevail. It is as we discussed. The cycle of rites is beginning to turn more quickly. Perhaps the scribes themselves have taken notice. Fortunately, having more frequent opportunities to free ourselves is not unwelcome to our plan. I suppose it's good for everyone, including the Essence, who will oppose us next. Getting to Mount Elodil ought to be a little easier than before, at least. We should be able to make landing near to some of the old monuments to the scribes. Let's set forth at dawn. But if it's horrible, I'm burning it. I just hope that they sell it in small quantities so that if I don't like it, not that it would go to waste. I'll have my girlfriend taste it also. It comes in tiny jars. Honestly, do not put a lot of it. Like, you aren't supposed to put a lot on a piece of bread. See, Nightfall, I can't lose the crazy one. So, it only allows your highest ranked creature...
I thought he was talking about me.
No.
I was about to get a little bitchy.
No. I can only let the higher ranked characters go. I can't lose. Otherwise, I would have lost her first instead of letting Ruki go. Soon everyone is off to rest as best as they are able, knowing that another chance at liberty for one of them shall soon present itself. 3 pages? Fucking hell. I need water. Yeah, Rusted, that's why I went and did a mentor with her. I need to get her level up. Okay, I'm back and I may or may not have gotten in trouble. That's not good. Alright. The Greater Titans. The stars shine strange beneath the sea. This one dared rise from the water so that he could see them plain, the burning essence of those who came before. Our lives are but quest to join the stars. This one longed to be the brightest, but in the downside, this one met those whose own stars shall doubtless burn at least as hot. Together we achieved great deeds. You may have seen some evidence of it in the remains of the Greater Titans, which once darkened this land, but in our kinship was strengthened to conquer them. It is the one's humble charge to chronicle these deeds, and may the Titan stars never stain the sky during their time.
How come you never read out loud to me?
When do I read to you?
I'm asking a question.
I'm answering your question with a question.
Never.
Why would I need to
I
read to you?
don't know. It might be soothing.
Oh, this has been an interesting night, to say the least. The Essence. The winged members of the Essence, each chosen by the matriarch Triestetis, are living examples of the liberty and piety. Would that my wings could be thus. Once you, of course, must know, we all had wings. It is said that the men and women of the Empire relinquished theirs, drawn in by earthly matters as they were, but the harps, such as Trieste, held theirs tight the liberty their plumage could afford. These divergent paths did cause a share of difference between the winged and the wingless over time, but here in this land our purpose and shared our goals united. That then is the Essence. That is who they are and what and why. Read to her, Vlad. I don't know what to read to her.
Twilight.
No, I'm not reading Twilight to you. Yislok Astralborn. The foul name of the Star Titan is written here but once. Do not invoke it, lest you aid its reawakening. It sups upon despair and fear and doubt in lands such as our own. 'Twas our mighty mistress Milith which tacked the astral-born monstrosity within its loathsome pit, where it lay nursing wounds sustained from traveling across the stars in search of single prey. The wicked astral-born could drive a lesser creature to the brink of sanity with a mere passing glance. But not Milith. She cast upon the fiend 100 words of binding, each one more binding than the last. With the creature's incandescent skin, we bound this book and bound ourselves into the stars. Drop the jar of jelly. That's not good. Go all out. You gotta do the voices for each character. I've been trying, but she keeps making me laugh.
Am I making you uncomfortable?
You oddly are. Despite Pamitha's mental conditioning, you can tell something is troubling her. She won't listen to a word I say, not one damn word. Stop staring at me.
I'm gazing.
No. Do stupid stuff and Outlast, and I'll call you crazy, sure enough. Oh, when you read to Mrs. Vlad? Do voices. Oh, God. I read to our son. We've been together for 10 years. You've never asked me to read anything to you.
I asked you to read that childbirth book.
And I read it.
Not out loud.
You didn't ask for me to read it out loud.
I did, because I couldn't stay awake to read it.
If she weren't my blood sister, I think I'd hate her guts as much as she hates mine. She shakes her head. I should apologize to you and everyone I sought out Tabitha without asking your leave. Figured I would rather seek the forgiveness than permission, you understand. My attempts with Pamitha didn't amount to much, as you well saw, so at this point, I'm hopeful you'll be more accepting of apologies than she. So tell me something, reader darling. Do you suppose I'm going to betray you? You may know better than I do at this point. Trust you. You expressed to Pamitha that you do not view her efforts to make peace with Tamitha as being contradictory to the group's larger goals. You understand why she did what she did. She says nothing for a while. That's kind of you to say, darling. May the others see it with such generosity, but if they don't, you need to tell me to depart, and I'll be on my way. However, I've a promise that I wish to make to you. You let me stay and I'll see this through, with all of you, no matter where we all end up. I'll be on the roof for a bit, I think. You take care too. Despite Pamitha's disappointment with the outcome of her confrontation with her blood sister, you sense she is less troubled now after your brief conversation. Alright. You know the mother of Pamitha and Tamitha didn't give a fuck while naming her eggs.
Legit. Oh my god. It's a needle field. That sounds awful.
It's a field of needles?
Why would go there?
I'm not going there. I'm going to go do another rite. Really? Okay, so Pamitha or Tizo. You make landing on the sacred Mount Elodil, upon whose summit the next liberation rite shall soon take place. You wonder who among you may regain his or her freedom this time. Volfred finds you after the post-flight inspection. We shall have to take the rest of the trip to follow Solium by land. We may soon liberate another of our own there. This should rise the chances that our plan shall ultimately succeed. Later that day, you accompany Tizo to the great heights of the Emperor's Ascent, where the monument to Triestetifus awaits you. Perhaps due to the nature of this place, you begin to sense Tizo's inner thoughts as clear as if they were speaking aloud. You should go give that to Jack. Hello again, old friend. I hope the stars are comforting to you. These Nightwings are as strong of spirit as I have seen. Please look after them. Soon you and he are finished paying your respects. You return to the wagon in silence, feeling as though Triestetifus has shown you favor. At dawn, you shall begin your ascent. For now, the solitude here is fits for pursuing your vocations. +2 to quickness. Nice. Alright, I believe we are going to mentor again. And try and get rid of Crazy. You would teach me more about the rites. You and Faye go over her understanding of her aura, and it is connected to her presence both in physical and spiritual. The discussion proves informative. The 8 scribes, they so inspire me, and now I feel that I've grown somehow closer to them. Maybe? I don't know. Okay. While sprinting, Faye slows nearby adversaries. Faye jumps and power jumps farther than usual. I like the idea of slowing enemies. My aura, I think that maybe it reflects how the scribes see me. Damn it, someone else wants to talk. Tizo. You observe Tizo rummaging about the black wagon as though in search of something. He notices you there and rushes up to greet you. He's glad that you were here. He was just reminiscing about old times. But just as quickly, he resumes his search. He's looking for something a former exile of the Nightwings once gave him. He's growing frustrated that the object he seeks is nowhere to be found. You almost do not notice the lone minstrel approach. Is the book Mr. or Mrs. Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children a good book? I honestly have no idea. I've never heard of it. You almost do not notice the lone minstrel's approach yet. I'm afraid that it's gone, Tizo. I'm very sorry. Reader, it is nothing that ought to be cause for much concern, merely that Tizo has misplaced something of sentimental value to him. It's just a spare bandage, he indicates, exactly like the one on his horn. Tizo here had many adventures with the Nightwings. Is that not so, Tizo? He squawks in approval. Those memories shall always stay with you. Is that not what matters most of all? He confirms this as well. Then please do not worry yourself about it anymore. It is a symbol of a distant past, besides. Tizo skulks away up into the rafters. The lone minstrel watches him go. The object that he seeks does not exist, reader. Tizo searches for it from a fleeting memory of his day with the Nightwings of the past. He performed the regular duties of the other drive-imps at first, but soon distinguished himself. I was none too surprised. He was clearly special. He had grown close with the other members of the Nightwings when misfortune fell and the triumvirate fell apart. Perhaps Volfred had revealed to you more of the details. As for Tizo, I feel he must make peace with the shadows of his past somehow. Perhaps then he shall cease searching. You need not worry for him, of course. He is resilient and shall always serve the Nightwings well. You might say that he was born for it. Why don't you tell him it doesn't exist? Begging your pardon, reader. Lone Minstrel excuses himself in a polite way, leaving you to consider what he said. I have to charge my keyboard and my tablet, but I only have one charger. That is a frustrating thing to run into. Alright. Alright, we did the Temple High Road last time. We will do this. Or no, we did the Cistern last time. We will do the High Road. He is a jackass. He's looking for something that doesn't exist, but I am not going to inform him. On the way to the summit, you pass a monument to Lewis Glorian and Sir Gilman happens to take notice. Have this night's glory days gone by, he often wonders. Perhaps you know the answer to that. Please do not spoil it for him. He says little after paying his respects. However, as you prepare to continue your ascent, you sense that Lewis Glorian has shown you favor. +2 presents. Oh, yes. Toast burned. Burnt toast is amazing. You and your companions gather once more at the Scribe's Gate, where a single narrow trail leads upwards towards the summit, past an archway carved in stone. Come this way, please. The minstrel leads you towards the archway, where his counterpart awaits. The exiles of Nightwings have returned. They have. Greetings, Celeste. She all but ignores him and motions to the rest of you. Now then, each of you in turn, please state your name and what it is you seek whilst crossing Scribe's Gate. Please do just as she says. Everyone steps forth, one after another, much like before. Hamatha passes through the gate. Faye passes through the gate. Sir Gilman passes through. Jodariel passes. Hadwin passes. Tizo passes. Falfred passes. No one is left to go but you. You step forth and declare yourself as you did before. The Guardian of Scribe's Gate regards you with a still expression, then she addresses all of you in her formal manner. The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome. Go forth with glory. I know, he removed his hat. The lone minstrel glances up at the gate guardian. You have our gratitude, Celeste. But she pays him no heed. Alright. I have no idea who I'm going to send. Again, you gain the top of the Mount Alodil, from which the downside sprawls before you. You wonder whether one among you soon shall follow Ruki from this place. Mrs. Vlad should come by from time to time. A lot of clips and quotes were added. You were a favorite tonight.
You am hilarious. This is what I keep telling you.
The Fall of Salium. From the top of Mount Alodil, the downside may be seen in its entirety, or at least felt, since so much of the land is shrouded, but that is hardly all. Through a wondrous miracle where lies upon the highest mountains in an inverted fall whose waters crash not toward the sea, but rush towards the heavens. We speculate these are the very waters which delivered us, but now bend backwards, seeking their return, as do we all. In this phenomenon can freedom be achieved, but only for the chosen when the time is right. This is a path to freedom we cannot traverse, but shall leave open for you so that you may strive for it.
Wow, strung together, that is incriminating.
Mrs. Vlad, dude, I'm so craving right now. See, like, out of context, they're wrong. It was sloppy, but it worked. Find the final piece of the rod, fucker. Alright, I think we are ready to commence the liberation rite. The time has come for you second liberation rite to commence. You observe the lone minstrel and Volfred speaking in hushed tones, but cannot sense the topic of the tone. Then Volfred looks up at you. I trust that you are feeling as prepared as possible, my boy. Each rite is consequential to our journey in its own respect, though these liberation rites have a more immediate effect. It's somewhat crass, however. I've gone and estimated by how much each of our companions may contribute to the outcome of our plan should they be liberated here. Factors such as their previous occupation, innate tendency to lead, and oratory skill contributed to my assessment. It's nothing personal, for we are all in this together. Besides, we ought to return in time, if possible. Know simply that for each one of us who goes, in so doing, he or she shall raise our total chances of success. Reader, sir, this night you shall confront the Essence. They have already appointed Tamitha to be liberated, should they manage to prevail. We all have faith in you, my boy, and lo, even the stars agree in this account. There's gaps, you need to fill it in, and it's on paper. Oh, what is this? Arc Beast Sun Grease. At the start of this rite, your adversary's Pyre shall automatically gain 30. But we get a 10% bonus to enlightenment. I think we'll just leave Yislakin. It's good enough. So then if they got a star next to their name, those are people that have subbed to me.
The Nightwings have returned
And that's
to
a
the Fall
moderator.
of Solium, at which the scribes first formed their
So he'll
sacred
ban
union.
people.
At stake this night
a lot of
is
power.
freedom and prosperity. But only for one exile who prevails in this liberation rite.
T-Chat has its
Your
issues.
many adversaries all did strive to earn this opportunity. 'Twas the Essence which earned it. Who shall be absolved is up to all of you.
Yep, and then the little... That one right there is someone that is given bits, which are like pennies. That's what they equate to. So, they get different... For however many bits they get different badges for how much they contributed to a stream.
So people throw pennies at you while you play games?
Like the last person that did it was Birch Milla. I got 5. Right now it's Vlad's voice reading stuff in the stream is Vlad's, but someone's playing Dead by Daylight. Well, that's kind of weird. The pyres burn and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. I concur. The pyres burn and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. Then, anointed one of the Essence, come forth now and declare yourself and pay any respects you have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings. Tamitha swoops down from somewhere and unfastens her mask. I am known as Tamitha Thane. I mean to return to my ancestral home and promptly resume my responsibilities as flight tactician of the Highwing Remnants. Our long stalemate against the Commonwealth shall soon be ended, should I and several of my sisters manage to rejoin our clan. Then our vengeance shall be swift and thorough. Your quarrel with the country that cast you into exile is beneath the notice of the scribes, Tamitha Thane. Here you shall be judged under the stars. My quarrel with the Commonwealth is all that gave me and my sister strength enough to reach this point. The scribes ought to well take heed of how my people suffer. We are not weaklings any more like your Trias Tithys. We shall not fall in line with flightless fools in their naked attempts to subsume our heritage, our culture. Speak not against thus of the saint, or you shall be expelled, Tamitha Thane. Tamitha scoffs, then turns her attention towards your side. And Nightwings, as for you, the fury we shall imminently show is nothing in comparison to the hatred growing for your Commonwealth in the mountains on the other side. Holy shit! Fucking Phoenix Hero coming in with the 500 bits. Thank you, buddy. Welcome. How you doing tonight, man? How you doing, buddy? He's another Canadian.
Oh!
Yeah.
That explains it.
And he's also an awesome streamer that you guys should definitely go give some love to. He's alright, just playing Fortnite. How are you liking it, man? The OG Pixel Boss, yes. She signals to her sisters to ready themselves. You seek your freedom, but there shall be nothing save for devastation should you manage to return. It's actually pretty fun. That's good to hear. Now then, have the Nightwings reached a decision on whose behalf they shall conduct the liberation rite? Reader, I am bound to tell you once more. The first companion whom you choose shall go to free this very night, if you prevail. Only the enlightened may be thus anointed. Not all among you may yet be ready. The other two choose from the triumvirate shall lend their aid. Nightwings, make your decision. Fortnite is a first-person, like, tower defense game. It's one Epic has been making for... God, it's been like 5 or 6 years they've been making that game. Alright, so we got Jodariel, Tizo, or Gilman. Nope, not yet. God. Oh, we're almost there. Alright, I think I'm gonna anoint Jodariel. I don't use her often. And she's one of the original 4 characters when you first start the game.
Jodariel,
If that is your wish.
who shall be at her side?
Headwind.
Is she like a giant?
No, she's a demon. I have your back, Jodariel. Let's get you home. And... I like the speed.
Sir Gilman.
By this night's honor, he shall fight with all his might. There is a 48. It's UOT. There you go.
It is done.
One final obstacle to overcome here. I can soar again above your commonwealth. Such destruction I shall rain upon it soon. But first let us dance this final time.
Commence.
Ooh, almost got me. As the liberation rite continues, you sense Pamitha reaching out to you, or perhaps just reaching out to anyone at all. Reader, someone, please. Let her prevail, let her prevail. Please let her prevail, hear this once. If this thought makes me a traitor, so be it, but please let Tamitha prevail, for she is here wrapped up in all of this because of me. Plea trails off, Tamitha remains steadfast, all her attention focused on the liberation rite. And as for Tamitha, prepare yourselves, Nightwings, and for your Pamitha, I await the outcome of this night, for it shall soon ensure that I may never have to see your smirking countenance again. Oh, shit. No! I don't know if I should throw the match. I'm really struggling with that decision. I don't have anyone to pass to. Oh, if they don't get it, like that's their shot.
You're just throwing the book.
No, I'm not. I'm trying. Fucking hell. Yeah, they're destroying me. I'm actually trying.
Good. As per the sacred law.
Hark. Now, my sisters, damn what the book says. Advance to strike formations, prevail here against these wretches no matter the cost. In disregard for the ways of the rights, Tamitha Thane has ordered her triumvirate to push further afield, adopting an even more aggressive stance from the remainder of this rite. Oh, great. Why does everybody else get to cheat?
Fear not the purified flame. Not left unscathed.
Nope, I got caught on the wall. I got caught on the wall.
Patience, reader. The devious maneuver. Oh. Oh. A weak attempt, and yet it hit the mark. Tamitha caught up.
Wait. Okay. It's like I didn't think I picked it up.
Everything which you hold dear.
What?
Yes. All
Fuck.
three Nightwings. Divine intervention.
Oh shit.
Too bad. The orb engulfed in fire. Your victory is at hand.
No.
Quite foul for the Nightwings.
Wow. Really?
And there it is at last.
Wow.
The essence proved their worth. It could have been you, Nightwings. But, alas. Thus ends the liberation rite.
That's not how I wanted that to go.
The scribes have chosen.
I know, I was
Exile
close.
appointed by the essence shall be free. Absolved of
Fuck.
all misdeeds. Return to glory in the Commonwealth.
So, like, does that make...
The adversary and all others shall remain. to
Like, everything I
carry
played
out
tonight, does that make that
their
pointless then? And, like,
sentences.
the 2 hours that I played tonight, I'm gonna have to sink 2 more hours in now? Today, it seems, was not the day to be my day. Regardless, I'm grateful to all of you for the attempt. I know, fuck that announcer, right? Commonwealth fools. How fitting the tradition such as this should spring forth from a culture such as yours. They ought have to put me to the sword, but no. They, in their ignorance and in their smug superiority, designed reason for that those such as I ought to be exiled instead. Here, then, we would live in penitence and learn our errors, the error of our ways. She laughs for once, though not with joy. Such utter nonsense. And now they shall receive my open-armed, a champion forged by their precious system. Yet I shall use every waking breath to bring them all to ruin. She turns to her fellow sisters of the essence and regards them with respect. Sisters, we may not be bound by blood, but ours is a stronger bond than ever than that. May we soar together in the stars someday, and I swear to you the highway remnant shall survive. Farewell. A moment later, she is gone, engulfed within the waters of the shimmered pool. Yet you hear her voice reverberate one last time. Farewell, sisters.
Godspeed, Tabitha Thane. The 8 scribes are ever merciful. By their grace, the cycle of the rites may soon commence again.
Well, that's frustrating.
Were horns do anything?
No.
Until the turning of the stars, farewell.
Well, Tamitha, I knew full well I never could give you back the years you spent in exile, and I knew I could never regain your trust, but maybe now at least I can start to live with myself again. Though how absurd. I might have doomed the Commonwealth, the highway remnants, and Tamitha alike this night, and yet, once more, all I can think of is myself. I need a drink. Yeah, we gotta play another round. I just don't quite know how I don't know what's gonna happen. After the liberation rite, you find Tamitha drinking alone. Everyone else seems to be off doing something equivalent. You're about to leave her when she looks up to you. That's that then, reader darling. Mission accomplished. Is that what you wish to hear? That my loyalties have all this time rested with Tamitha? You know that is not that simple. Besides, I think that I've made plain my intentions from the start. I'm here because of her. She looks up at you then. But I'm still here because of you. She pauses again for a time. I don't know the reasons why we failed the liberation rite. For the essence simply superior to us, perhaps. But I don't wish to know. And as you can probably detect here, darling, I feel no joy in this outcome. But I feel as though a part of me was liberated there along with Tamitha. So, and I realize this may make little sense right now, but thanks. If nothing else, for being there to help me see through this. She then gestures towards you with her bottle. I will drink. I will not play Goner on Roguelike Night. I tried to play Goner at one point, and it runs like shit when I stream it. So that's gonna have to wait till my PC is built. It just, I can't get it running higher than like 20 frames per second when I'm streaming. You accept the bottle, and the two of you drink in silence for a time. Nothing more needs to be said. As the hour grows very late, you excuse yourself and leave her to her thoughts. If Tamitha ever was conflicted in her intentions, you sense that now she is fully committed to the group. She has nothing else to strive for. We did what we could with each liberation, right? We strive and advance our plan. A brighter future awaits at the end of our path. For now, we must persevere. Speaking of which, reader, I take it you've seen the stars, or should I say the lack thereof? You have, or did. Once more the sky is abyssal darkness, following the liberation, right? No stars illuminate themselves to guide you further on your path. Then let us go once more to the moonlight alcove. I have an errand I must run besides once we arrive. Best we recover now and make our way southward at first light. Alright. So, with that, we're going to call it a night here. This will wrap up Pyre for the rest of the week. We will be playing The Long Dark tomorrow and Wednesday. And I have no idea what's going on Roguelike Night. I know, Phoenix, you just showed up kind of late into it. But thank you everyone for coming out. Thank you everyone for being so welcoming to Mrs. Vlad. She actually had a blast, I think, and it was a fun night. I do really appreciate that all. So, with that, oh god, I know that's going to be brutal. I'm excited. With that, I hope you all... Oh yeah, you'll be top tier for a while, Phoenix. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your mornings, afternoons, evenings, wherever you are in the world. And I will see you guys next time. Good night.